Hello everyone, welcome back to Data Analytics with George. In today's video, we are diving into one of the most powerful features in Excel, pivot tables. Whether you are a beginner in data analysis or looking to improve your Excel skills, this video will walk you through how to use pivot tables to analyze a marketing campaign dataset. We'll be using a sample dataset called marketing campaign dataset. So let's get started. Our marketing campaign dataset have columns of campaign ID, company, campaign type, all the way to date. And our data set is quite large. We want to see how we can use pivot table to analyze different segment and portion of this large data set. But before we start our pivot table, one of the best practices is to create a table. Create a table so that your data set will be all in one place, and in the future if you want to add more information to be easier. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, as in our subsequent videos we'll talk about a table in Excel. So to create a table here, I'll create insert and I'll go to table. It will now highlight the whole range of this data set and I'll click OK. Then I have a place for table name. I'll just call it marketing. So my table has a name, marketing data, without a space, and I press enter. So the whole of my data is in a table. I could change this color still under design if I don't want, to whatever color I want. So let's go to our business of the day, which is creating pivot table. How do you create a pivot table now? After creating a table for your data set, you go to that same insert and go to pivot table, and then it will show you new worksheet or existing worksheet, and it will show you the table is select. You remember we created a table called marketing data, so that is the marketing data. So it actually confirmed that is the marketing data is the range that has been selected, and I'm going for new worksheet. Then okay, you now see we have a whole new sheet, but this whole new sheet still carry all the information from our master data set, but in a summarized form. We have our company ID down to date. So this is our field, pivot table field, and from here we are going to drag to either filter, columns, rows, or values. So for this first analysis, I just want to know the total campaign by type. Total campaign by type. So first I'm going to drag the company. So I select, I'm going to drag it to my rows area. You see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 companies, and I want to drag the campaign type. The campaign type is going to come to column. So this is my company, and each of the company, that's the count of the campaign type. And then I'm going to drag, so I drag it to the values. I'm dragging it to the rows, to the column actually. So this is the column. So I dragged my campaign, my company to row, and then my campaign type to columns. These are the columns. And then I'm going to drag my campaign ID to the place of values. Did you now see? You could change your number format. So everything here is the sum. Everything here is the sum of. So I can change it to summarize by counts. Did you see that? Everything is being summarized to count. You will see count. So instead of giving me the sum, it's giving me the count now. Then I want to summarize everything from largest to smallest. Largest to smallest. Largest to smallest. Now, from this analysis, you could see that TechCorp, their total campaign is 40,237 for Alpha Innovation and the rest. So TechCorp has the highest when it comes to how many times it uses its campaign type. But if I want to know my number by each campaign type, influencer has the highest, which is 40,169, followed by search, display, and the rest. So this analysis I just did is total campaign, total campaign by type. Did you see that? So just from this whole large data set, by the power of pivot table, and I know my total campaign by type. So this is my total campaign by type, and by type I mean each company is being given and then individual campaign type, the total. So next analysis I want to do with pivot table is to analyze my engagement metrics. What are engagement metrics? If you're on the social media, you know of clicks and impressions. I'll still go to insert, pivot table, my marketing data, still new worksheet, click OK. I'm going to drag my campaign type to the rows, and I'm going to drag my click and impression to the values. My clicks and then my impressions to the values. And then I just want to know the sum. I want to summarize by sum. Here to summarize my value by sum, and I'm sorting from largest to the smallest. I'm sorting largest to the smallest. Then if you don't like your numbers, you can use number format to format your number according to how you want it. If you don't want decimal places, you could reduce it to 0, and then you click OK. So this is my sum of impressions and sum of clicks per search, per influencer, per email, display, and then social media. So for each of this campaign type, I now know their sum of impressions and sum of clicks. So this like 221 million sum of impression for search, and sum of click is around 22 million. So this is my analysis based on engagement metrics. So we have conversion rates. We will have conversion rates and return on investment by channel. I want to analyze the conversion rate and return on investment by channel. I'll still go to insert, pivot table, new worksheet, OK. I'm going to drag channel used to row area, channel used to row area, then my conversion rate to values, and then my return on investment to values. I could change the number format. I go to number, remove the decimal places. Did you see that? Check my number format, number, and then I want to sort from largest to smallest. I want to sort largest to smallest. Now you could see my return ROI and sum of conversion rate. So from what we see, email has the highest conversion rate and Facebook has the least conversion rate. Then we could see the total ROI here and then the total conversion rate. This is what you could do with your pivot table. So conversion rate, then customer segment analysis. Go back to my master dataset pivot table and I click OK. I want to know my customer segment analysis. I want to drag my customer segment to rows and engagement score to values. This is my sum of engagement score. So I want to sort from largest to smallest, and it's not always sum. I could decide to know the average. So summarize values by, I come down, I click average. Then I want to change my number format to reduce the decimal point to 0 and I click OK. You could see my average engagement score now is 6 for foodies, and then 6 for outdoor adventurers, then 5 for the rest. So this is my customer segment analysis. Then next, I'm looking at location based insight. Insert pivot table. Okay, location based insight. Let me drag my location and then drag my conversion rate. To values, and then I'm looking at not sum. I want to change it to average, and then I want to change my number format, take out my decimal because I want a whole number, and then we have average is actually 0 if I take it to whole number, but without whole number is 0.08, 0.07. Then if I change it to sum and then I change the number format, change it to whole number, Chicago has the highest. Let me sort it from large to smallest. So Miami has the largest conversion rate. Location based insight. So per location, Miami has the highest conversion rate, followed by New York. So this one is location based insight. In case you click outside and this goes, you just come back to your table and it will come back. For watching, and that's it. We have just walked through a series of analysis using pivot table. We have looked at marketing tracking campaign types to evaluating customer segment and ROI by channel. We have also looked at customer segment analysis, location-based insight, our engagement metrics, and conversion rate. So thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Excel tutorials. And let me know in the comments how you plan to use pivot tables in your own project. So stay tuned for more data analysis tips. And until next time, keep exploring data to unlock your insights.